2 of the Kyoto series. This is Otoshi Monologues, my excuse to talk, rant, and embarrass myself in front of all of y'all. Last time we finished day 1 of our trip in Kyoto, so let's see what the second day has in store for us. Rise and shine, everyone. It's time to start our day. Time to get a quick breakfast at 7-Eleven. We got a nice tuna mayo onigiri and, as always, fruit sandwich. And we're walking our way to the station, and here's another pomegranate tree. Why do I never see them in the stores then? And this bicycle that came right out of an anime. I wonder how long this bike's been sitting here. It's just waiting for that iconic dramatic moment where some person is going to be trying to catch their crush right before they leave forever on the train. And then they think, I'm never going to make it. But then they spot this bike and they vigorously tear it off from the vines and ride to their happy ending. And then it was off on our journey to the station, going through the crowds to reach our bamboo forest. I wonder if this is what an ant feels like walking through the grass. And here's a prime example of duct tape fixing everything. It's even color-coded. There were some street vendors in the forest, and one of them was this bamboo balancing dragonfly thingies that were truly a marvel of engineering and science. They balance on this little pinpoint on the head of the dragonfly, and then you can't knock them down. Then we were off again to another garden at 10 Ryuji Temple.
We stopped this program to bring you Japanese creatures. First, we have this beautiful butterfly. Look at the unique color combo of sepia and cream. Look at the sun, highlighting its magnificence. Observe as it fights against the wind to sap up the flower's nectar. Next, this common yellow butterfly. It's just like Animal Crossing. See as this friendly fellow flies very close to the camera. If only I had a net. Now we have this frog, just chilling in the water, waiting for an unsuspecting bug to fly by. It's so still. It looks like a stone. Finally, we have this tiny crawdaddy boy. This is just one member of hundreds that live in this pond. Look at its tiny little pinchers. Pinch, pinch. This has been Japanese Creatures.
And gotta show some love for the plants of the world too. Look at these pretty flowers. Unfortunately, some flowers weren't as lucky to be thriving like that. See these balloon flowers? Or, I guess what used to be balloon flowers. Now we continue along this rocky path to reach this nice view. Another sunny day in Kyoto. And here we are at the temple. We didn't go into the temple part, but this pond on the outside is still pretty cool. See, look how much fun we're having. And we have our first sign that fall is here. The trees are actually starting to change color. And now, lunchtime, which also comes with story time. So we're trying to find a place to eat, but we're in Tourist Central. Everything is expensive and everything is filled with tourists, and we were like, no. We're gonna avoid the crowds and try to blend in with the locals. So we find this nice little restaurant and everybody inside is Japanese, and we were like, heck yeah, good job. But I think I know why there are no foreigners in here. Because it was the first time in Japan where I legit felt unwanted in the establishment. We were obviously a group of foreigners, and there was definitely a difference in the attentiveness of the staff between the foreigners and the non-foreigners, because groups that walked in after us got their orders taken first, and I was just sort of taken aback because the restaurant is in a tourist area, so I would think they would at least be tolerant of tourists, but I guess not. And their food could have been better too. I don't know if I'm biased because of the bad experience, but their food was only average. I got a tempura udon with mountain vegetables for the mems, but it was pretty regular tasting udon. The mountain vegetables were a nice experience though. Lots of fibrous, rooty, stocky vegetables. Kind of like bamboo shoots, but with a more wood-like quality. Other interesting thing about this place, there were 2 girls sitting in front of us, and they were eating so properly, and I was shooketh. They had such perfect posture, and were eating so daintily, and did the napkin mouth wipey thing after each bite too. I'm assuming that they were friends, but they seemed so tense. It felt like in She's the Man at the debutante luncheon thingy, and they were Olivia eating so daintily and cute, and then us Americans were Viola just like chomping down all our food. But yeah, end of story. So continuing on, we walked through the kimono forest on our way to our next destination. And I took this opportunity to be a pretty kimono girl with my little umbrella. I know, not so pretty, but I tried. And then we dipped our hands into the pond of the dragon to fill our hearts with peace and lead us to happiness. And here we go. I do feel happier now. Thanks, dragon. And look, it's baby edamame. See, that pond really did lead me to happiness. Look how cute it is. And then the pond led me to this cute self-watering plant device thingy. And watabi mochi. Yup, very happy. Then we crossed the river, and they had gondola rides. And then we got a little closer to the river, swish swish, and then took a much needed break along the side of the river to figure out where we were going next. Dang Bing, so contemplative, and moment ruined. And then train ride, and some walking, to Matcha Cafe. This place is called Tsujiri, and it's a really highly rated matcha cafe. I got a matcha latte because they didn't have boba. And it was a really good matcha latte. Matcha isn't my favorite flavor, but I could still tell that this was some high quality matcha. It's gone. Nice and refreshing. Off to the Gion Geisha District for some more exploring. And it's even prettier because it's golden hour. Ooh, aesthetic picture time. Nice bridge photo and nice angel photo. It was a 10 out of 10 day for pictures. Then we found this chocolatier place with loads of free samples, and everything was so good. We love some free fancy chocolate. Now off to the Pontocho District to find dinner. The Pontocho District is supposed to be a food-centered district that has both really inexpensive food options, but also higher-end restaurants that claim to give an authentic Kyoto-style dining experience. So, something for every kind of traveler. And during our search for food, we ended up in this mall thingy. And this could be the start of something new. And normal doggy, normal kitty, mutated doggy. It's okay doggy, we still love you. And more free samples. This was a rice cracker that was mixed with chocolate, and it was really tasty. It was like a Japanese crunch bar. Now off to dinner. Torise yakitori, here we come. And time to try some things that I've never seen before. Time for one namafu goma and one torisefu keihan. But here's all our food together. Yum yum. First up, the torisefu keihan. In the simplest terms, it's a chicken rice soup, and you mix all your ingredients at the table. So you get some kind of daikon, green onions, egg strips, nori, lemon, ginger, and chicken. And then you pour it on your rice and pour the chicken broth over it. Very tasty. I mean, it tastes like what you would expect. A nice rich chicken broth that goes really well with a pretty neutral tasting chicken and eggs and rice. But in certain bites you get that daikon and the nice sweet pickled taste that brightens up everything. Very yummy. 9 out of 10. Next up, the namafu goma, which is a grilled dango-like wheat flour dumpling covered in this thick miso glaze. The texture was pretty on par with Korean rice cake, and the namafu itself has a unique buckwheat flavor. Mixed with the really strong miso savory glaze, it was definitely a unique experience. I would give it an 8 out of 10. Would try it for the experience, and it wasn't not tasty. And then some fun at the Disney store. And up we go on the sparkly stairs, and then we had fun with this thumper hat, and more dancing pens. Then Julian looked up the shrine area that lights up at night, so off we go to end our day there. When we got there, there was a group of lion dancer-like people practicing for some performance, and man, I felt so cultured. And now, a KitKat Taste test. Today we will be continuing our journey through these special KitKat flavors. Packaging. This is still what the package looks like. Today we will be trying this strawberry maple one. They put strawberries on the packaging. Very nice, very nice. I like strawberry. I like maple syrup. KitKat has a track record with good strawberry flavoring, so I hope this one is a Gouda. Time to smell. Smelling it, you can tell it's strawberry. It's a little less potent of a strawberry flavor than the Hokkaido one, It's a light strawberry with like a hint of something else, but I don't think that something else is maple. Like if you ever ate Eggo waffles, it smells like the strawberry Eggo waffle, which is good because waffle is maple syrup. Let us try it, and itadakimasu. Yeah, all the strawberry ones just really do really well. What's happening in here? There might be some maple in the coating too, but the layers in between, I think, are where most of the maple lies, because when you bite into it, first thing you taste is strawberry, and then you get your little pockets of maple in there. You know, very like dipping strawberries in syrup vibe. The maple is more subtle, and it's the whole thing where it's like you taste the maple after you finish chewing, and then you open your mouth and you breathe. Very solid KitKat. I think KitKat just does strawberry flavors really well. This one is on the sweeter side, so if you don't like things that are overly sweet, I think this one can start to feel overly sweet. I would say finding a general strawberry KitKat probably tastes like very, very similar to this one. If you don't have access to this special chocolatier, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Just go find yourself a strawberry KitKat. You'll have just as much enjoyment out of your KitKat. It melts pretty fast though. It's all up on my fingers. Yeah, KitKat. KitKat does it again. Really like KitKats. And that brings me to an end of the second day in Kyoto. One more to go. I hope y'all will come back to watch part 3, and I'll talk to y'all next time I do something interesting. Mata next time. I wonder how long that bike had been. Udon. Oh my gosh. To fill our hearts with peace and happiness. Shoot.